Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Today's guest is Tony Scungili in the hot seat. I'm Sage Sentient. This is the hot seat, everybody, and welcome, because this is the season finale, episode 10. Everybody, this is the moment you've been waiting for. Let's get busy. Let's get serious. Let's get this room real hot. I don't really know what I was saying there. I was just trying to make it move on, right? I don't know what I was saying. I don't have a script here. I just let it roll. All right. Tony, my friend, Tony. Welcome. And we have some serious questions, burning questions that we want to ask you that the community wants to know. And the first question that we have today, yes. What is your most cherished unlock in Marvel Strike Force?
Most cherished unlock in Marvel Strike Force. So this is going to show my age in the game. It's actually Black Widow. Because way back when, in the early days of the game, Black Widow was only accessible in premium orbs, and she was part of the pinnacle, the best raid team. Which, if anyone doesn't know, it was Black Widow, Yondu, Quake, Night Nurse, and Captain America.
Yeah.
So when I finally ended up getting Black Widow and I had the perfect raid team, yeah, that's how long times have been. It was just like, I was running through U5 and beating U6 so easy, or the first couple of nodes of U6 when it had come out. That like she was definitely the character that I was like, yeah, it was like the most exciting. The second is also dating myself, and it was Loki, because Loki was you could pull him as a 180 drop in a premium, and I did it twice.
Oh wow.
So I was like, cool.
Yeah.
That's it. Every other character now is just kind of like, now I got this guy. Like, it's fine.
So you definitely nerded out on that moment, right? You were just like, oh my god. That's amazing.
Like squee. Sound like a pig.
Yeah, right? Now, with that, the community has always wanted to know, why do you hate She-Hulk?
I don't hate She-Hulk. She-Hulk's one of my favorite characters in Marvel Comics. One, because I got a thing for giant green women. And two, my issue was like threefold with She-Hulk. One, they didn't do her kit necessarily justice. Two, she was like the 75th bio character in a row that came out.
Yeah.
And three, her usability is at best questionable. So it started off as more of like a meme. Mm-hmm. Like, I'm not going to unlock her. And then I unlocked her and everyone's like, don't unlock her. And I'm like, cool. And now, and I guess I'll tell here, I will not unlock She-Hulk until I unlock Doctor Doom. Mm-hmm. And it's going to be immediately after. Like, it's going to say, Tony Scungili has unlocked Doctor Doom. And then no time Tony Scungili has unlocked She-Hulk. Because that's the new setup I have. She's a fine character, but she's not worth any of the resources you'd put into her.
But the real question is that you actually have not even, like, technically recruited, or she's literally at the top left of your roster.
Yep, 134 of 100.
Staying there for what reason? We don't know, but we're trying to figure this out.
I don't need her.
She's just on the shelf on your chimney. Just wait, yeah. just hanging out. All right.
She's permanently up there. I don't have to waste a favorite slot. She's just there. I can see her anytime.
That's a good point. All right, next question. When was the last time you lied to the community about how good a character was that you needed to have them buy?
I've never lied. Last time I was wrong?
Just lie. When was the last time you lied about to the community?
I've never lied. If I've said something, it was because that was the information I had. I've never lied. If the information was wrong, I've apologized. Like, sorry guys, that my information was wrong. But I've never known something and then said it incorrectly, like and intentionally said something incorrectly. That's never happened.
Yeah, and actually, this is great. I love it. This is great because you've actually been validated very recently with this last unlock for legendary. You said it for 2 months straight. Pimtech, Pimtech, Pimtech. This is the one. These are the characters. This is gonna unlock the next legendary. And guess what happened? It was that.
Well, to some extent, like that's all well and good, but more importantly, I believe I believe it enough that I spend my resources on it. Like I would never tell you like this is what's gonna happen and then not buy it myself. So like I went and made purchases. I don't think I've been wrong on a legendary unlock. I think the last time I was wrong is I was speculating, but that was a speculation. It was an opinion. You can't be wrong if you only say things like that are if you're reporting. Like you can't report something incorrectly. You could only report what it is, and the information could be incorrect. But no, like X Force was well known way before they announced it, and Pimtech was also well known way before it was announced. And you didn't have to get it from me. There was plenty of other people that knew it. But yeah, like I've never like I was speculating on Nightcrawler being the character to be unlocked because
Right.
I don't think anybody expected Jubilee.
Mhm.
But that was it. Like I knew Jubilee was coming. We knew she was the character.
Right.
Nobody thought she was the legendary. You know, like
Yeah, yeah,
nobody
yeah.
did. So
Okay. Let's get to another hard question here. What's your attitude towards Scopely and the constant bugs and spending money over it? Now, you've talked about this a lot. What is like the overall feeling that you have? It. You have a lot of knowledge with the developing, with gaming. You've been in that. What is the overall attitude? Point blank.
my attitude towards Scopely could best be described as if they cared more about the quality of their product than about nickel and diming the players, uh, everybody would be happier. That's my overall opinion. I see them do things and say things that like some things do fall into, well, they're a business, they have to make money. When people talk about like, could you believe how much that offer is? I'm like, yeah, of course I can.
Right.
You don't have to buy it. But on the other side, it's not the cost of the offer that makes me upset. It's the fact that that character hasn't been farmable in 9 months, and now you're trying to make money off of it. It's the fact that like Cole Obsidian is a useless character on his own, but they put him in premium orbs to generate more sales on him.
Right.
Is it a strong business tactic? Yeah, of course. Supply and demand. But when you control the supply and the demand, probably have to be some degree of not garbage people. And I just feel
Yeah.
like in general they make more garbage decisions that negatively affect the community than positive. But ultimately, as a result, my and I imagine many other people love for the Marvel IP as well as the enjoyment generally of the game overshadows their consistent mistakes, because I don't think it's hard to stretch that if they didn't have the Marvel IP, this game would have been dead and buried a long time ago as it is.
Yeah. Now, with that being said, and a lot of that goes into this next question, how much money have you spent on this game so far?
$22,000.
Wow. There you have it, guys. $22,000. Was it well worth spending?
You gotta remember, it's anyone who believes they're spending money as an investment in a mobile game doesn't deserve the money they have to begin with.
That's very true.
When I was spending, like, let's be clear, I spent like $2,000 to $3,000 a month for the first 2 months of the game. You know, I was buying premium orbs. I
Yeah.
was spending stuff. When you spend money in a game, you don't spend money to be the best forever. You spend money to be among the best right now.
Right.
And the amount of money you're willing to spend is what keeps it there. If anyone who's been following me for as long as I've been doing this, I did this way back in the day with Casino. It was the guy in his voice chat for anyone who remembers that far back. Like I outspent Casino by a margin of like triple. And then something shifted and he started spending more on stuff, I guess, for content creation. And I started spending less because the amount, my money wasn't taking me as far. First week of the game, buying all those premium orbs, day one global player. buying all those premium orbs, buying packs that came up. Was the first offer. I think there was a Kingpin offer for $20 and thinking Kingpin was great. Having Nick Fury at 6-star on his launch. These are things that made me relevant when it was relevant.
Yeah.
Now, I can't justify that amount of money right now. There's just nothing to spend it on. Yeah, I can have a stronger long shot or Shatterstar, and my Iceman could be stronger. But there's no content that exists in the game that justifies me spending as much as I used to.
Yeah.
I went from top 100 player to top 500 player to top 1,000 player, and then I've done nothing at that point. TCP wise, of course, top. Not like it mattered. But like those are the power levels I had, and then like after Killmonger came out was the beginning of me spending less and less money because the characters just weren't worth the money.
I see.
But,
okay.
Yeah.
Very cool. Let's make a shift really quick and let's learn about Tony Scungili. And the question that we want to know is really, who are you and where did your gamer handle username come from?
So I have two. The one you guys know is Tony Scungili. I have another one. It's Ekmel. That one's a better story, but you didn't ask that. Where did Tony Scungili come from? So growing up, there was very, very few Italians within my circle of friends. Like I had Italian friends, but those were also family because every Italian is related to each other.
Right.
But I was the Italian guy in my group of friends, and there was a relatively diverse group of friends, all things considered. So, because they already knew a Tony who was Armenian, I was the Italian Tony, and they just decided we're gonna call him Tony and then an Italian word, like Joey Bag of Donuts or
right.
Nikki Boombats, like just some generic thing. So they started calling me Tony Scungili. And then we got a friend. And that friend, a new Italian kid came in, and it was Dean. We started calling him Dino Brajol. That circle of friends kind of separated through time, but me and Dean continued to be friends because we lived in the similar areas, and we worked at the same job for a while. We went to the same school. So like we became friends. So whenever we would see each other, he would be like, "Hey, Scungili," and I'd be like, "Che fa, Brajol?" Like being like way too Italian for whatever the situation was. So that's it. That's where Tony Scungili came from. It was just a nickname I had that just carried with me through everything.
That's funny. That's really cool. Did you was it like the real, like a TV show or a movie like with you and your friends where it was very like not Goodfellas kids or like, very like Sopranos-ish, where like you guys would all like big families and you guys would hang out on the porch kind of deal, where you guys would talk about that and make those names up, or like how did you guys like?
Oh no,
it just kind of just happened.
I could even think of the guy's name was Armani. No, Aman. That wasn't the wrong person. Aman was just like, "Hey, look, it's Tony Scungili." He just like that's just how
it just came up.
How you got nicknames when you were a kid was someone said it and two people laughed, and the more upset you were about it, the more it stuck.
It stuck, right?
So I was like, "Hey, I was like, hey, what the hell?" But Scungili's gross because it was. If you ever eat it, it's disgusting. Yeah,
that is
like,
so funny.
It's a gross fish thing,
right?
And he's like, "Yeah, you definitely Scungili though." I'm like, "All right, cool," and that was it.
Oh my goodness.
That's just how the nickname stuck.
That's funny. Now, with that being said, talking about your name and a little bit about food here, we got to ask the long-lived question, and that is, does pineapple belong on pizza?
I don't enjoy pineapple on pizza, but I believe the beauty of pizza is you can throw anything you want on it and it's still fine. Pizza's like sex.
Oh.
Good pizza is great, and bad pizza is still pizza.
That's a good point. So like different toppings is different positions?
Oh yeah. Pineapple is basically cupping. You sitting in the corner watching your significant other.
Right. So cheese and pepperoni is just your regular missionary.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Now, really quickly, from the chat, they're asking this very quickly. Would you rather eat one hem-sized worth pistachio or a pastaquito or 100 pastaquito-sized Hemsworths?
I know who asked that question, and without even looking, I know who asked that question, and the answer is both.
Both? Oh, I'm like crying right now. That was so funny. That was really funny. All right, very cool. Now, yeah, right. We have to take that line. It's a great line. All right. I hope how's the hot seat? Is it warm now? Are you feeling it?
That might be the hemorrhoids, but I don't know.
All right. Let's go about this one. Let's see. Oh wait, oops, sorry. We got to take this one off. Here we go. How hard is it to keep confidentiality being a streamer?
Not as hard as you think.
I mean, there's opportunities to slip. I mean, there's very easy opportunities to slip. There's very easy opportunities to say something incidentally, accidentally, and kind of lead somebody on, which is completely different. But leaking it and just saying, hey, but you're never wrong in a way, right?
So there's a slight difference because I'm not under a non-disclosure agreement. My information comes from sources, right?
Right.
So I don't. The stuff that I can't talk about is more a private conversation I had with somebody.
Right.
You know, like I don't think it's any secret that like I am in constant communication with quite a few members of the content creation community.
Yeah.
You know, Remen I'm talking to frequently, Mobile Gamer, Valley. Like that's just what I am. Like I just talk to them. Sometimes we just bullshit. Sometimes we like talk about like theories and projects and things we want to get doing. Sometimes we talk about business. So there are things that like we say that like we have to be clear. Like if you say it's in confidentiality, I have to remember that.
Yeah.
There's a lot of times when it's not so much a difficult thing, but like if somebody calls me out on something that I know that I have information that like makes them wrong, it's really hard for me to say like I have to remember that like but this person thinks and I know. You know the difference. Like you think this is gonna happen.
Right.
You suspect, you believe. I have knowledge, and there's a very big difference between what you believe and whether I care about that.
Right.
So I know things, and people could choose to believe that I know what I'm talking about, or I'm guessing, or I'm lucky, and that's fine. But at the end of the day, I'm still benefiting from my information, and people who tend to trust me also tend to benefit from it. So it's not hard to not spoil stuff or leak stuff or say things I'm not supposed to say, but it is something you have to be cognizant of. We can't be like Tom Holland, where you're just constantly saying stuff that you shouldn't be saying. You know?
That's hilarious. That's a great reference. So now, with that being said, you have to. Would you say you divert? Would you divert people out of that situation, or you just? Are you just
guess something? If you guess something, like I don't care.
Right.
You know, like if let's make something up right now for the topic. The next character is Mephisto, right?
Right.
Like just the next character after Bishop is like it's not true. We know it's not true. But like if I know that and for some reason I'm not supposed to say that and someone came into my chat and was like, "Is Mephisto the next character?" I'd be like, "Maybe. Sounds like a good cool character." You know, like it's not hard to play, like for me anyway. I don't know about anybody else. It's not hard for me to just see something and not react to it. But it also depends on the situation. Like if you right now were like, also quick question, and then hit me with something, you might be able to gauge from my reaction that you know, like maybe I have more information on this or not.
Right.
Ultimately, no.
Okay.
I don't think it's that hard.
Okay.
I don't have to divert. Like I let people do people things.
Yeah.
And if it's a question I don't want to answer, I'll just say like I don't want to answer it.
Right.
I'm not answering that.
Well, it's good you're very straightforward about it. Have you played any other games like MSF that you like or are interested in playing that you would say, hey, community, would you bring the community and say, hey, like, let's move into this game?
Oh, a phenomenal question, because that comes with the apology I had to give for bringing a whole bunch of people over to DSA. I'm so sorry about that, guys. Uh, I'm sorry, my bad. And for the record, when we went in, we all loved it.
Right. Right.
They got bad on their own. Yeah, there's actually Dragon Champions. I could say, like, if I thought enough people would be interested in going over to Dragon Champions, I would definitely start a community in that game, because it's more cost effective, with less of a time constraint than Marvel Strike Force, and they do seem to be trying their best. So that's a game I could think of that's similar. Conversely, I would also bring a whole bunch of people over to Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes, assuming we're all on the same page of let's not give them any money, let's just have fun.
Yeah.
You'll find that any game with a group of people is more manageable. Like, you have more fun when you play with people you have fun with.
Yeah. Exactly.
So even if the Marvel Strike Force isn't the best version of this game, I don't even think it's probably the best hero collector, but only if you like really start looking at the details of what it takes to be good. I think there are better games than this with no IPs, and I think there are better games with the Marvel IP than this, but I don't think there's both.
Right.
So, like,
I see what you're saying there. I get that.
Like,
okay.
So yeah, I could see trying, if enough people were interested, I could see being like, hey guys, we're going over here for a bit, just to try it out. But I think that just comes down to whether or not you're fed up with this as a main game or whatever.
Okay. What is the worst character on the roster in MSF that's not a minion?
Nebula.
What does she need?
It's Nebula.
I mean, back in
20% increase in damage stats, and a higher increase in her ability to assist. The problem with her is that she was countered inherently by Black Bolt too, so like she'd have to become so good that the risk of running her against someone like Black Bolt would be fine. That's never going to happen.
Yeah.
But what Nebula's fast, evasive, and has an ability to resurrect and assist, so she has all the kit that's right. Her stats are what are killing her. She needs more damage. That's it. She just needs more damage. Like, if her damage was relevant in the same context as like the Gamoras we end up fighting in U7, if that was the Nebula kit, we'd be okay. But even in U7, when you go up against the Nebula, you're like, whatever. Like, if the character in U7 with boosted damage and boosted stats is also someone that you ignore because there are bigger threats, maybe she's just a fundamentally broken character. Give her the symbiote tag. That'll help.
Yeah. All right, let's just make another quick shift. We have a couple more questions left.
Sure.
What is the age that you were first kissed?
I'm sorry. You got age of first kiss?
Age of first kiss.
12 or 13.
12
it was
or 13.
8th grade.
Nice.
But I don't remember.
And
it was 8th grade, but I don't remember anything else.
Okay.
To be fair, there might have been one when I was a kid and someone else was a kid that I just don't remember.
It just, yeah.
But like the first kiss of any note that I like, the first person who I actually gave a shit about was 8th grade. Her name was Erin.
Oh, with the E-R-I-N, I guess?
E-R-I-N, yes.
Nice. Very cool. Very cool. And the other one I had was, where'd it go? What is the worst advice you've ever given to someone not in a game?
Oh, God. There's a lot of options. So I'm going to think of like what's the most fun thing I could tell you about. So my friend Jason and I, Jason was a crazy person. And I remember we were incredibly baked one night, like biblically high. It was ridiculous. And he was going on about how he wants a nice car. Like, he doesn't care about anything else. He was a bodybuilder. We use that word loosely. He ate a lot of chicken. That's basically what he was.
Oh my gosh, that's funny.
And he was like, I just want a nice car, man. And we were just talking about it, and he brought up like it was, oh god, what year was, I don't even remember what year it was, but he wanted a Corvette. The conversation went to he wanted a Corvette, like a new Corvette. And I remember being like, what's the worst that can happen? You know, get it. Because that was both, I was high and I was like, yeah, truly, what's the worst that can happen? Go buy your Corvette.
Right.
So then he did. He worked for another 6 months. He banked like almost all of his money. He put a shit ton of money down and ended up with a cherry blue, and I use cherry as just like crisp.
Yeah.
Color. A cherry blue, I think it was 2005 Corvette.
Wow.
Right? No.
Wow.
Yeah, 2005. So a cherry blue 2005 or 2006 Corvette, and it, I don't know, $75,000 car, I guess, $80,000 car, something like that.
Yeah.
They're not. Yeah, they're expensive. And then, he totaled it, driving it to Maine for no reason other than he wanted to see how long it would take. And I believe it was like a decade of time before he was able to get out from, like, I think he just barely now got out from under the debt of having to pay back the car, and all of the problems from totaling it and like crashing it into, I don't even remember what he crashed into. It wasn't nothing, you know, like it wasn't even another person. It was just like he ruined so much. So I guess like that's the worst advice. I was like, do it. What's the worst that could happen? The answer was like
the worst happened.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's too crazy. So I guess the moral story is don't take car advice, right?
Yeah, don't. If I give you advice on a car, don't take it.
All right, let's lighten the mood here. Let's find out. Yeah, exactly. Let's talk about your favorite character, which I think I know who it is. Favorite storyline and movie. Go.
Character is Doom, obviously. There's no question.
Do you relate?
Storyline? Do I what?
Do you relate to Doom, or you just like Doom?
I don't think I relate to any character. If I related to character, it's like Speedball after he caused the explosion of the children's fucking school, like the school ground. Like that's the character I relate to. Like, oh no, this is my problem. I caused this.
Oh my god.
No, I don't relate to Doom. I appreciate a well-written character, and villains tend to be better written.
Yeah.
Or good villains tend to be better written. Like no one cares about Stiltman. You know, so to me, Doom is just always a well-written character with a reasonable, like, his reason is he's still a bad guy. There's no question, but he has a good reason. Right. My favorite storyline, actually, is Axis.
Really?
Not for the reason, like a lot of people don't like Axis. I like Axis because I appreciate what we got from Axis. We got some of the greatest moments in comic book history from Axis. We got evil Tony Stark curing Daredevil's blindness in exchange for his servitude. Like we got Captain America Falcon becoming like a Nazi. You know, like just so many cool things happened as a result of the Axis storyline that I just appreciate it more. And my favorite Marvel movie is, I'm gonna say Doctor Strange.
Okay.
Because I really do think that it's my favorite Marvel movie. I'm not saying Winter Soldier because Winter Soldier is my favorite movie of all time.
Okay.
So I feel like it's hard. Like Winter Soldier, you could just put on anytime to anybody who has no understanding, and they'll be like, "I understand what this movie's doing. Like, I get it.
Right.
This guy does this, and this person does this, and this is what's happening. Cool. Yeah. And that's his friend. You know, like, like you didn't have to. Yeah, you don't have to like know anything to appreciate the quality of that movie. It's just a really good movie. But I think as far as the Marvel stuff is concerned, Doctor Strange did the character justice, and it was a fun and enjoyable movie too, which are really hard things to balance when you have like weird psychedelic shit going on.
Yeah, right.
And magic. Like some people just aren't capable of being like magic. Fuck that shit.
Right.
Pardon my French.
All right, cool. Now, with that being said, last question. One Infinity Stone in a fight, what would you use?
1 Infinity Stone in a fight. I gotta go with the Reality Stone because to me the Reality Stone is like the Green Lantern power ring,
Okay.
and that's just the one I want. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. Like the Power Stone is arguably stronger, but I can't hold that. I'm not worthy of that. So like, give me the Reality Stone, and like, maybe I could be like, you're fighting a duck. And like, what's this duck doing?
Right.
You know, and then I just stab you in the back with a rock I found that's sharpened. You know.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think the Reality Stone would probably be for my style of fighting. I think the Reality Stone would probably be the best benefit.
That'd be great. All right, cool. Everyone, big round of applause for Tony as he has definitely gotten through and survived the hot seat, guys. Big time. Did you like those questions there? They were good?
I did. I appreciated every single one of them.
Oh, good. Now we're going to hop into our PvP scene, and we're going to play a quick match and see how we can play against each other and see who's going to win. I mean, we got to really see like who's the better player, right? I mean, it's got to be me, right?
Or it is you. There's no question.
It's not me. All right, here we are. We are in, and the player profile that we are going to go over really quickly is Tony's, and let's bring that up very quickly. All right, total collection power is a 9.8 TCP. He also has a strongest STP of 603,000, a war MVP 3 times, total characters collected to 155, characters at max star rank is 123, all-time arena rank at 1, latest arena rank is at 175, Blitz latest rank 47,000, Blitz wins is 22,000. Awesome stats. I'm surprised that you're just under a 10, I guess. I'm a little surprised about that.
I've been saving gear for characters like Bishop. Like, I just don't like to. I don't invest in characters for the sake of having bigger numbers.
Okay.
I tend to invest in characters for a reason.
Yeah.
So, but same thing happened when I was 9 too. Like, yeah, I could be 10 right now, but like, I'd rather just get there by investing in the characters and having good teams.
Yeah.
As opposed to just reaching an arbitrary number milestone that's not going to make a difference.
Yeah. So let me ask you one really quick question. This doesn't mean like you've given up on the game, right? Like you're just like,
no.
Okay.
No, but like so no matter what happens, every time I click unlock on a character, the character is level 65, gear tier 10, 6664. The day I click unlock, which is why I haven't unlocked Iceman yet, because I'm missing a couple pieces, and I'm like,
yeah,
I'm gonna wait until after reset today to buy him, so I have the gold, so I can get more stuff in the milestone and everything. Because I don't like to overcap. But that's it. Like, so I'm ready for him, and he's gonna be ready. And then after that point, red stars kind of determine how much I respect the character.
Okay.
If I get a 4/4 character, go away. Like, I don't care anymore. That character is useless to the version of the game that I play.
Yeah.
You know, I'm playing against other 10 million people, give or take.
Right.
I'm doing U7.5. I'm doing .3s. I hate .3s, so I'm doing .2s, but like .3 versions of Greek raids. Like, the new character has to significantly change how that experience happens. And that character, I have to get that character at a reasonable level. Like, I have my Longshot and my Shatterstar are both 4/4. But if any of them were at 6 or higher, I would have spent more money on that kind of thing. Whereas my Yelena was a 7 red star pull off the bat, and I was like, nope. Nope. Vito Corleone, that's useless.
Toss it away.
So, yeah.
All right, let's get into this balanced PvP.
Sure.
And this is the moment that you guys have been waiting for, guys. Sage Sentient versus Tony Scungili, everybody. Let's go.
Any rules?
There are no rules. There are no rules. And we're going to go ahead and we're going to ban... Yeah, the only rule is win. Or shall I say don't lose. That's my personal theme, is don't lose. All right, no Emma. Yes, this is balanced PvP. And Zemo. All right. Now, with that said, we are going to go ahead and see where he's at. And we're going to grab a character that we feel is going to not only help us, but make us feel a little bit stronger. So let's go with Doc Ock. All right, so he grabs Mr. Sinister and Taskmaster. All right, so I am going to grab... Oh, man. Let's see, Taskmaster, where do we need to go? We're going to go one with Maw. Oh, okay, Ghost. I picked Ghost, apparently. Thank you, Button.
I mean, it's not a bad choice either way.
Not a bad choice either way, right. Like, what the heck? And we're going to go with... X-23. All right, Negasonic. And one of the Dad Bros, which is Long Shot there. And we're going to go... Oh, where'd he go? Where'd he go? We're going to grab Loki. And we are going to grab... We're going to grab Blob. All right, Ghost Rider it is. All right, Loki goes, which is good. We will take away Mr. Sinister. Probably posing the most threat to me. And we're going to grab Symbiote Spider-Man. I don't know. I'm not really sure where to go here. Yeah, I knew I should have picked Proxima. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. I was hovering over it, and I'm like...
He was moused over so hard.
It was like, moused over so hard. I knew it. I knew it. All right. Not really sure where I'm going with this. Yeah, I moused over that really hard. All right, cool. Yeah, sure it would have worked as well. All right, guys, this is the moment you guys waiting for. Put the hype in the chat as we get it going. PvP match. Sage versus Tony. Let's go. Yeah, it's entirely random. He does have a lot of speed here, and at the same time, here we are. Well, I was gonna go with Toad, but he didn't take out someone that I thought he was gonna take out with, so I was like, all right. So yeah, I don't know. whatever. Yeah, right, Jet Black? Yeah. I'm going to lose because I have no cleanse. And this is going to be a very fast one for me. I'm going to lose very fast. Yeah, I should have picked Squirrel Girl. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Come on now, come on now. All right, 2-2, 2-2, 2-2. Come on now. Whoa, 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 whoa. Here we go. Come on now. Wow. 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 All right.
I've been defeated.
I've been
You
defeated.
crushed me. My ego has been destroyed beyond all reprehensible reasoning.
That is hilarious. Beyond all comprehension. Beyond all comprehension. Very quickly, what do you feel? Not what do you feel? How do you feel about PvP and RTA as your last question?
Well, you kind of cut off there, like you have a gate on or something.
Oh, sorry. How do you feel about RTA and PvP?
I love RTA and PvP. Like I do. I love it. I love the idea of it. I love having the ability to fight other people. I love letting you use your characters. I hate all of how they've implemented it. So there are things like, basically, here's my opinion on RTA. Take it or leave it. What it is right now, combined with the battle pass, like, that cannot persist or the game mode will die.
Right.
Like that like fact. This is like, that's the truth. So my opinion is they have to change something, because it's not going to be like the amount of people who are just going to treat it the way we treated Blitz, which is the rewards of the battle pass aren't really worth the amount of time. We're not going to be incentivized to do it. We're not going to care about seasons. We're not going to care about events. So something has to give, whether it be taking the battle pass, or as I like to call it, the sparkling mojo pass, because it makes you feel all sparkly inside for buying it. And that's all it does. Like, you could take that and you can move it, right, to a part of the game where it's everything, and then it's separate but has parts in everywhere. Or you could take RTA and make it something that it's winning matters. Right now, winning does not matter in RTA.
Right.
And until winning, and actually, matter of fact, winning actually hurts people in RTA.
It does.
Because if you build to win, people are not getting their milestones, and you are actively hurting the other players in the game. Yes, I'm very happy for you that your tiny little PP got bigger because you won a game mode fight in a child's game. You know, like the people,
Right.
like I get it, and winning is great. But the entire game mode is giving people resources, and if you're actively trying to win at the cost of causing people to lose out on resources from the battle pass, that says more about you than it does about the victory.
It does. That's a very good point. I appreciate all of that. We're going to exit our afternoon here, guys. This was an amazing show. I really appreciate Tony coming on. Thank you so much for being here. Now, Why is this janitor talking about RTA? Someone said, why is this janitor talking about RTA? That's hilarious. Honestly, dude, this was a great episode. I'm so happy that you were willing to come on here. Thank you so much for, I guess, letting me do this. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
It's super. I love anyone who knows me knows that nothing I love more than being a part and working with other people within the content creation community for Marvel Strike Force. Anytime all it takes is a message like, hey, Tony, you want to do something? I'm like, yep, don't care what it is. Let's have fun, because that's fun. Yeah. I think that the bigger the game gets in general, the better chance everybody has of growing. I remember that people were very polite and kind to me and helping me when I started. So if nothing else, I'd like to be polite and kind back to other people who are trying to do something, whatever that something is, whether it be, a hot seat interview video or a video talking about like theoretical characters that could be coming out. As long as it's fun and I believe that the rising tide raises all ships, and as long as everybody is big, we're all happy. So that's why awesome. I like doing this stuff. So I appreciate you even inviting me. Thank you so much.
Oh man, absolutely. Thank you thank you for that. I really appreciate it. Do you have any last words that you want to say before you go?
Skadoodles. Flangalic. Merb. Those are my last words.
I love it. Tony, once again, thank you for being on the show. We're gonna have you guys exit. We're gonna have you exit off. I don't really know what to say more, but thank you so much for being on. And if you have anything that if you want me to be a part of it, I would love to collab again.
Well, I'll ask you now.
Okay.
Then, would you care to be a part of this little Marvel Strong Force thing I'm doing? It'll be the second official episode of Marvel Strong Time.
Yeah, let's do it. I'm down for anything. Do I have to wear like a War Machine mask or Ultron mask?
You don't have to. You get to dress up as silly as you like for it.
Oh, this can be good then.
Yeah, you get really to do. We'll talk more about it offline. But you are officially invited to fill the role. The first one I did with Goofy. Now I'd like to extend it to you to be the secret character. Raiding Randy. That is the character that will be showing up in this episode.
Oh, that's awesome.
So you get to be raiding Andy.
Randy. That is awesome. Thank you so much for the invite. I will say yes. It's like a proposal. I do. All
right, we'll talk the details later.
All right, really quickly before I exit you, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for tuning into the show. We have Tony Scungili that was just on the show in the hot seat playing PvP. What an exciting season finale this is. This was season 10, season 1, episode 10. Let me get that right. And see you guys in season 2. Season 2 starts in a couple weeks, and I can't wait till you guys see all the new things that we have planned for that. And once again, Tony, where can they find you on your socials?
According to the previous comment, probably in the basement filling a mop bucket. Anywhere you want to find me, just type my name, Tony Scungili, at the end of it. You want to go to YouTube /Tony Scungili. Instagram, kind of the same. It's all basically the same thing. Just get used to spelling the name. And you'll find me anywhere.
Awesome.
Onlyfans.com /Tony Scungili. You know the drill.
And with that, guys, we are going to say goodbye to Tony. Have a great day, man. I will talk to you very soon.
Take it easy, man.
Take it easy. That was awesome. That was so awesome. Now, with that, guys, you guys can find this episode on YouTube. I will have the link in the chat. Remember, look me up, Sage Sentient on YouTube. You can also find me on all socials at Sage Sentient, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, Discord, all those kinds of things. Thank you so much for tuning in, guys. And remember, be safe, have fun, be yourself, seize the day. Have a good one.